Hello, and this is video 3 of Randall's log, and I'm Randall Armstrong. Thank you for watching. Um, Today's date is Tuesday, January 3rd, 2017. So the tradition continues. How my day start today? Well, I woke up to a ringing noise, or not buzzing noise, ringing noise. I get these message alerts on my iPod. I keep my iPod and I keep my phone on my bed as I sleep. So I keep getting dings. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. I'm getting some dings. This was about between 10:30 in the morning. And I have to say thank you, Brian Wensloff, for waking me up. I almost went back to sleep, but I was like, I'm kind of awake now, so I might as well get up. Just got up and hung around the house. Got to talk with my mom a little bit. She was preparing food for lunch, so I got to have some beef and rice. I always enjoy having the beef and rice. It's one of my favorite foods to eat. So I did that around lunchtime. I had lunch. Got to watch the newest episode of Man with a Plan. If you don't know what that show is, it is Matt LeBlanc's new show. Matt LeBlanc, if you don't know who Matt LeBlanc is, he's one of the guys from the TV show Friends. So you should know who he is by now. It's Joey. How you doing? I'm enjoying the show. He had another show before that was called Episodes. It was on Showtime where he actually played himself, like an exaggerated version of himself. Some of the stuff that happened, I think, was loosely based on what was happening in his life, but he wasn't like really the central character. The main characters were the British couple who were writers and producers of a hit, show over in England, and they bring the show over to the U.S. and they make a U.S. version of it, and Matt LeBlanc becomes the star, which they didn't want that, but they end up becoming friends with him. Great show. Anyways, Man with a Plan is also a great show. It's one of those like CBS sitcoms where you hear the laugh track and you're just like but the more I think about it now, I kind of appreciate and understand why the laugh track is there. It's to let the audience know, hey, this is the funny part. This is the part where you laugh, because you never know. Like, it can be awkward to watch a sitcom that delivers jokes and punchlines and not hear the laughter. That's like back in the day when the comedians used to, you have the guy at the drum set, and they would like make a joke, and you hear boom, like that's when you knew like the joke's done. Like, this is where you laugh. So, anyways, Man with a Plan, it's a good show. My favorite thing about the show is Saturday Night Live alumni Kevin Nealon. Kevin Nealon plays his Uncle Don. And technically, he's Brother Don. He's the brother to Matt LeBlanc's character, and dude, he's the best thing about the show. He's hilarious. He helps bring the funny. I mean, Matt LeBlanc will deliver it, but like Kevin Nealon just sets it up, and then like they just spike it. It's great. It's a great show. I'm glad it got extended. The sad news I heard was The Odd Couple, the Matthew Perry show, because I'm also a fan of Matthew Perry. I'm hearing that this will be the last season of the third season of The Odd Couple, which sucks. I mean, this must be like the fourth or third sitcom now that Matthew Perry has done after Friends, and it got canceled. He had what was it, Mr. Sunshine, I think. Mr. Sunshine, and then Go On, which was on NBC. Mr. Sunshine was, I think, on ABC. And now he has this show on CBS. It's like he seems to be bouncing from all the networks. So I don't know. I hope that he finds another show if the show's canceled. I'm hoping it's not canceled. But anyways, I like to eat lunch and watch television. I like to kill two birds with one stone. There you go. That's the term. I just figure enjoy a meal, watch a show I like, boom, happy moment. So I did that. And what else did I do next? Oh yeah, my mom. I try to help her out whenever she needs me to, and I have a lot of free time to help her out. So when she doesn't feel like driving, or isn't comfortable driving, she'll say, hey, can you give me a ride here? Can you drive us here? Can you drive us there? So I'm like, sure, absolutely. I can definitely do that. We stopped over at a thrift store. She's trying to get like a white sweatshirt or something like that for work. They're making it mandatory that she has to wear white. Like she can't just wear like a black sweatshirt or something like that. It's stupid. She did that, and we went to Lowe's. She got some. She likes to get stuff for her gardening. One of these days, I'll take a video of the backyard, the gardening, all the plants that she does. That's her hobby, which is great. It's good to have hobbies. My hobbies: comic books, films, television. My mom's gardening. She loves it. So yeah, there was that. Last night, I said that my goal today was, to find something productive, find something on the list that I wanted to do. One of the things on the list was do the VHS to DVD software. So I called customer service and essentially didn't like the answer. Apparently the software is too old. He says that we can't help you. There's nothing we can do. It's outdated. Your computer, your software on your computer can't handle the software that you have right now because it's dated, it's old. So essentially his answer was, you're going to have to get a new one. I think there is a way to use it, but the problem is, after looking up all the information on it, it's way too much of a hassle. So I thought to myself, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna get a new one. So this was the old stupid one. It sucks. It's garbage. Wasn't really happy with the results, so I decided not to support that company. Hones Tech. Not supporting them. Looked them up, looked up reviews. The two main ones I saw was Roxio and Hones Tech. So I got this one today at Best Buy. Interesting thing is BestBuy.com, this is the only brand that they have. So that to me tells me that Best Buy's like, Hones Tech sucks. Don't bother with it. So and what's funny too is like they both have like the same similar reviews, similar complaints, similar good reviews. So at this point I was just like, screw it, they're pretty much the same. Except this one's cheaper. This one's like on sale for $40. And I get to use my reward zone. So collect my reward zone points and get more certificates. I'm having trouble speaking today. I don't know what it is. Frustration. But anyways, so I got the software. And before doing this video, I've been focusing on installing it, learning how to use it. Here is a little video of me working on it. And now we begin. Boom, VHS tape. Boom, more VHS tapes. I have so many of them. Boom, another VHS tape. Boom, VHS machine. Thank God it was easy to hook up to and do the installing of the software. It's actually currently rewinding the VHS tape. I just wanted to see the video play on there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. What you're looking at here is I recorded this on a blank VHS tape years ago. Clearly this was in 2003 because that's when the show was released. This is the Spider-Man animated series that was on MTV. Back when I actually used to watch MTV. This was one of the few shows that I, of course I had to watch it, Spider-Man. I love anything with comic books. Cool thing about this show was that Neil Patrick Harris was the voice of Spider-Man. Freaking Barney Stinson was Peter Parker. And then a quick look at the software. Alright, so there's the video. I have a lot of VHS tapes. A lot of them. And it's going to take time rewinding them, going through them, figuring out which ones to keep, which ones to not keep, but like I have so many blank VHS tapes because I used to I used to record all the time because there are times where I wasn't going to be at home. You know, DVR boxes didn't exist at the time. If there was like a new episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I'm like, I'm working, I'm not going to be there to watch it on time. You know, I used to ask my dad, like, listen, I have everything set up. It's on the correct channel. The VCR is turned on. You just got to grab the remote, and at 7:55 p.m. you hit the record button. That's it. And so he would do that, and then I would get home from work or whatever it is that I was doing, and I get to relax and watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You know, there was Buffy, there's Angel. On the weekends, you know, I would record like on the Kids WB. They had the Superman animated series, so I would record that. You know, Fox Kids reruns of Batman animated series. Right as I started to get into comic book genre stuff, you know, like it was like 97, 96. I was in middle school. I think I was in 7th grade. That's when I decided to like be like, you know, a Superman fan. So there was a Wizard magazine. I actually have Wizard magazine. Excuse me 1 second. This is what got me into comic books. I was actually originally collecting like Goosebump books, and basically, you know, the whole Death of Superman happened. So I was like, ooh, you know, like I want to get that, and my mom was like, no, you have the Goosebump books. That's it. That's all you're gonna get. So I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's fair. And then later on, she found out, like, you know, how many of these Goosebump books have you read? I had like almost 100 of them. I was like, I've read 3. Essentially, I was just collecting them at this point. I wasn't really reading them. I would read the back of the books, and I'd be like, oh, that sounds like a good story. I love the cover art. And so when she found out I only read 3, she's like, no, that's it. I'm not buying you anymore. You know, and so a time period went by where, you know, she wasn't like buying me like any books or anything to read. And then that Wizard magazine came along. I remember I was in the gas station. This is on the military base over at MacDill Air Force Base. I'm at the shopette, I believe they called it. So I'm there, and I'm just walking, and it caught the corner of my eye, that magazine. I was just like, oh, that looks pretty badass. That looks cool. And I thought it was a comic book. I didn't know it was a magazine. I didn't know anything about Wizard. So I pick up the magazine, came with a free poster, all that stuff. And I would go through the magazine, and then actually, instead of glancing at the magazine, I would actually read it, and I would see the Superman ad. So I was like, okay, Superman 123, and I remember telling my dad about it, and my dad went to a local comic book store, and he bought the 123. He didn't buy the cover that I wanted, but it didn't matter. He bought the 123, and eventually I ended up getting the covers. So one of the covers I got is this bad boy right here. This is the glow in the dark. A friend of mine, TJ Stevens, because I have more than one friend with the name TJ. He told me about how he wrote a letter to Marvel. He's a big Wolverine fan, so he wrote a letter to Marvel, to one of the Wolverine comics, and his letter got published. So I believe it was Wolverine 123. I think that's what he told me. Anyways, every time he comes across that issue, he buys it because his letter is in it. And so it kind of inspired me, and I was like, Superman 123 is what got me into comic books. So my goal is to have the largest collection of Superman 123s. That's my goal. You know, I will be known as the electrical blue Superman fan. That guy. People were, you know, just earlier today, Alex Ross posted some art. He did a Batman Beyond art. And I was like, oh, awesome, I love it. I was like, I would really love it if you could do a electrical blue Superman, you know. And I got a few likes on there, like I think 9 likes. But some dude randomly came out of nowhere, and he's like, no, that's a waste of his time. He's like, that's the worst Superman. And I just responded like, look, that's what got me into comic books. That's what made me the comic book fan that I am today. So, little history on that. It doesn't have anything involved as to what I did today, but just to let you know a little bit more about me and my interests. So, yes. So yeah, the VHS to DVD, VHS tapes, I have a lot of those I gotta go through. Um, those medium-sized boxes that you see there behind me, I have like 1 or 2 of those filled with VHS tapes. So it will take time. It will take time. But eventually I will throw away a bunch of the VHS tapes that I don't need and or want and free up space. That's all I'm trying to do. We have so much stuff, and I'm just trying to go through what I think we should keep and what we don't need. You should already know this. I already showed you what my daily routine was. I did shred some papers today too. Some more papers. So yeah, there's that, and yeah, I went to Best Buy, and I got a phone call today too, from my tax lady. No update on my taxes yet, but I didn't ask. I figure when I see her in person, I'll get more of the details. But I mentioned to her before how I was interested in learning taxes, and so she said, yeah, she just called me up today to, double check, like, hey, are you still interested in learning taxes? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So she's got some paperwork for me to sign and fill out, and then I might get to help out at the office, and that'd be great. I think taxes are very important to learn. It's easy to go to somebody and pay them, like, to do the taxes, but I think in the future, in the long run, you benefit more understanding and knowing how to do taxes. So, excited about that. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to mention, I thank you to all the new subscribers, and thank you for the comments. I mean, Rick, you're awesome with all the comments. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the support. And thank you to everyone else for the support. It shows on there that I've got 8 subscribers. Not bad within the first 3 days. Hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have like 800 subscribers. Who knows? A funny thing that it caught my attention. I started laughing about it. It shows you like how many likes are on the video, and I forgot that they show you dislikes, and I got a dislike on both videos. I'm assuming it's the same person. I don't know who the person is. It doesn't show me who dislikes it, or maybe it does, and I just haven't figured it out yet. But that just like caught me off guard, and I actually started laughing because I'm not used to that. Facebook has it set up to where you just like posts. There's no dislike, right? And but on YouTube you can like or dislike the video, and so 3 things popped into my mind. One, it's a friend of mine who is basically pulling a joke or a prank and be like, I think it's funny if I dislike the videos, and to get a reaction out of me, which, if that's the case, you won, you succeeded. Or 2, it's somebody that knows me or doesn't know me, either or, and they just don't like me, and they just wanted to dislike the video. That's the second type of person. The third type of person would be, it's literally somebody that came across my videos on YouTube, watched them, and gave me, and legitimately didn't like the videos, and it's like a legitimate dislike. So either way, though, I mean, it's a first time for me, first experience. So no harm, no foul. It's cool. I think it would be great though if you don't like the video, if you dislike the video, if you got the free time, comment, let me know. I'm kind of curious as to why. You've piqued my curiosity. So, but again, thank you for all the people who like the video and who are subscribing. It's very kind of you. I really appreciate that. And I plan to build more around the social media for the Randall TV. I'm going to try to maybe make a Twitter and Instagram, make a Facebook page, of course, like a like page, and focus on doing that. If you have any suggestions, make a comment on the video, or not just suggestions, questions. If you're curious about what my opinion is on a TV show or movie, or God forbid politics, I don't mind having these conversations with people. I think it's difficult to have these conversations with people when you're doing it through messaging, because you can't really gauge the person's response. someone can say something and they didn't mean any harm by it, or they didn't mean for it to come out negative, and and the person reading it takes it negative and feels insulted, and so now that feeling of anger or insult, they're gonna shoot back and be like, I can't believe you said that, or I can't believe you think this, and in this case, I can do a video. You can actually say, hey, what are your thoughts on this? And you will be able to see and hear my thoughts and my ideas, and understand from my point of view what I'm trying to get at and what I'm trying to explain to you. So that's the great thing about videos. And I think that's it. I think this video might be shorter than yesterday's video, or about the same length. I'm going to try to make them shorter. Um, I get pretty detailed in what happens in the day, for my benefit, in case I want to go back and be like, what did I do that day? But that's about it. I hope everyone's doing good. 2017, it's off to a good start. I was disappointed with the VHS DVD old software, but I'm happy I got the new software. I'm happy I have another project that I can work on, and I will just keep going through my list of things to do, and one by one, work on them, check them off the list, and that's it. So okay, so have a good day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching.